We bring you a Nightline investigation that affects millions of Americans. It's one of the most popular pills on the market today, but our reporting suggests that using it can increase the risk of dangerous side effects that may even cause death in young, otherwise healthy patients. We begin with the story of a 24-year-old woman who's convinced that this drug is the reason she nearly died and ended up blind. Hers is among the mounting claims that have prompted an FDA investigation. Here's ABC's Chief Law and Justice correspondent, Chris Cuomo.
In 2007, Carissa Ubersox had started a new pediatric nursing job. On Christmas Day, her boyfriend surprised her at work with a marriage proposal. She wanted to look her best for the wedding and says she saw commercials suggesting help with bloating and acne.
Proven to treat the emotional and physical premenstrual symptoms that are severe enough to impact your life.
And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like a miracle drug.
It's Yaz, and there's no other birth control like it.
Bayer pitched Yaz as the birth control of choice for women desperate for relief from severe PMS. But 2 months later, Carissa's legs started to ache. She had worked a long shift and didn't think much of it. But by the next evening, she was gasping for air. Her fiancé called 911. On the way to the hospital, Carissa's heart stopped.
4 minutes, no heartbeat. Also known as dead to some people, right?
Carissa had massive blood clots in both lungs. Her coma lasted almost 2 weeks. But the damage will last forever.
Right now, can you see me?
No.
Can you see anything? And that's how you woke up?
Yes.
The big question, was Yaz the cause of the clotting, her coma, and her blindness? All birth control pills come with some risk. 2 to 4 women per 10,000 will suffer blood clots, and some will die as a result. Yaz had generated buzz, touting it as the new PMS pill in news segments like this one.
A miracle pill that gets rid of most of the uncomfortable symptoms of PMS.
Sales rocketed to nearly $2 billion a year, making it the company's top-selling drug. Internal documents obtained by ABC News show the giddy reactions of some executives. This is outstanding. Can we get Good Morning America to do the same segment? Tee-hee. The FDA was not amused.
The FDA wants us to correct a few points in those ads.
They said Yaz was not shown to be effective for common PMS, just a rare and serious form of menstrual symptoms. The company denied wrongdoing, but agreed to spend $20 million on corrective ads.
You should know that Yaz is for the treatment of premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD, and moderate acne, not for the treatment of PMS or mild acne.
Yet by then, millions of women had already switched to Yaz. Bayer cites its own studies as proof that Yaz is just as safe as other birth control pills. But several independent studies have put Yaz's risk 2 to 3 times higher. Dr. Susan Jick authored an independent study involving 1 million women.
The 2 Bayer-sponsored studies found no difference in risk, while the 4 independent studies all found increased risks.
She says she sent her findings to Bayer, but they didn't respond.
The studies that have found increased risks are not in the best interest of the company.
Thousands of women are now suing Bayer, including Carissa Ubersox, but the company denies any wrongdoing. Citing those lawsuits, Bayer refused to be interviewed and instead sent us a statement saying Yaz is as safe as any other birth control pill when used correctly. So we called to press for answers.
Why aren't you putting someone in the chair with something as important as this?
If you have specific questions, may I ask you to send them to me?
But we had already sent them detailed questions.
But you don't want to just discuss it?
I'll be in the office Monday.
And when we repeatedly called back, no answer from Bayer. And no answers for Carissa, whose life is changed forever.
Everything that I thought and I worked so hard for has disappeared.
You're not a pediatric nurse right now.
No, I'm not.
You don't have the future you thought you were going to have.
No.
You're not engaged anymore.
No, I'm not.
And you believe it all happened and started with a pill called Yaz.
Yes.
Our thanks to Chris Cuomo for that investigation. The FDA, meanwhile, is now reopening the case on Yaz, conducting its own new review of the drug's safety. And if you're considering your birth control options, experts say you should, as always, consult your own doctor.